A 9-member committee headed by Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has been set up to address the increasing agitations for the call for restructuring of the country.
Well, the governor says the committee would set up social media platforms in order to give young people the opportunity to participate in the discussion. A public affairs analyst, Owolabi Falana, joins us now to discuss this. It's good to have you here on the News Hour.
It's good to be here as well.
Now, let's talk about the participation of youths in this call for restructuring in Nigeria. Considering that restructuring means a lot to different Nigerians, how do you expect the young people to receive these platforms being set up for their participation?
I must say that I'm impressed that the APC restructuring committee are now trying to go to 12 states now. It's a form of a public hearing to take submission from different people, so of course, including the youth. But as well, the youth, we need to understand what restructuring is all about. Some people, maybe some Easterners, for them restructuring means secession. Some people, restructuring means creation of more states. Some people, it means creation of state police. Some people, it means resource control. So I think I'm a little bit impressed that the APC has drawn some items that they want to talk about. So if we have all those things, it will guide the youth well to be able to decide, okay, yes, on this creation of states, this is where we stand. On resource control, this is where we stand. On and so on and so forth.
Are you saying some kind of awareness on what, or perhaps the APC itself should come out and say what is restructuring to them?
Thank you. Because if you look at the APC manifesto, you will see that they are just talking about the evolution of power and all that, but it's not really, there is no clarity, so to speak. Okay, and you look at it, I think they are also getting the information, because initially they set up a committee which consisted of 10 people. Now they have expanded it to 23. What that means is that they are trying to bring in more people. Before, they didn't talk about public hearing, going to all those places. But now they are saying that they want to go to 12 states to hear the views. And Governor Nasir El-Rufai specifically mentioned the youth in his statement when he visited Aso Rock, that he will also listen to the youth because of their reactions to the issue of the restructuring.
And talking about the reactions, tell us how the agitations of the youths in Nigeria vis-a-vis the agitations for restructuring in Nigeria. What would restructuring mean for a Nigerian youth?
That's why I'm saying that we don't have any specific definition of restructuring. That's why we think that...
But can the youth give it a definition?
Okay, to me,
yes,
what I think restructuring means is that we have a platform for devolution of power, specifically on state creation. This is where we stand. On fiscal federalism, as regards what will come to the states from the federal revenue sharing formula, this is where we stand.
No, the question she's asking is, we have a lot of definitions,
yes,
different shades, 50 grades of
right,
that we have.
Yes.
But you as a Nigerian youth, what does restructuring mean to you? What would you want to be restructured if you want it at all?
For me, I want to see the revamping of the educational sector. That is what is more important to me. Anyhow they are going to do it, whether you are going to take it away from the federal and give it to the state and the local government. You know why?
No.
Education is key. Most of the things that are happening now, we don't have good leaders, for example. We need to look at it. If we have qualitative education, a lot of things revolve around education itself. So I think that is more important for me.
So would you say the APC is not going in the right direction now, because we're yet to hear anything regarding restructuring of the education system? ASU is even on strike.
Yes, we have been talking about restructuring. Nobody is even talking about education. Why I said education is because it relates to the youth. Believe me, we are losing a lot of money to all those foreign countries. Our best brains are going to the US, they are going to the UK and all that. If you remember Tony Blair, one of the things he did well in UK then was to work on the educational sector of the UK, the British system, and they are benefiting from it now. I think one of the core agenda of the youth, why we go with state creation, revenue sharing formulas, of course, the politicians are always there to fight for their own interests. But the youth, we need to look at how we can, along the line, have a definite roadmap to revamp our education system, make it a global standard.
We'll not go into that because I know some teachers are already agitating that they do not want to go to the States. They want their salaries to remain with this, so which is another angle to it. But let's stay with this social media and the youth. How credible do you think the social media is in terms of gathering information from the youth, their contributions? And is there any possibility that this process could be hijacked by some people who are not so youthful, but perhaps will pretend to be youths and pushing the idea?
Yes, I'm sorry to say, most of the people we call youths in Nigeria, they are people that they just fall by the wayside when it comes to activism. You have people like Femi Falana. He has been in the political scene for the past 30 years. He's still there. We don't have people who are coming up. And these are the youths that when it comes to, for example, Charlie Boy was fighting for resume or resign protest, and you see a lot of people on social media criticizing him. But I believe in the context that if you are going to fight the messenger, you can fight the messenger, but don't ignore the message. So most of the things that we also pass across on social media, they are very key. I think the youth, we have to realize that the whole brigades, sorry to say, I mean the politicians, the whole people, they have failed us. So we need to come to the center state, take the center state. I think one of the advantages there that the social media has been able to achieve is the issue of the age limit. You understand? Not too young. I think we have achieved a lot in that, and the Senate and the House of Representatives, they are footed in support of that.
How would you expect the young people to take advantage of social media platforms more to restructure Nigeria in their own terms?
Yeah, for example, I like the way we handle the not too young to run campaign, activism, trending, people also going out to the National Assembly to protest and to make their voice heard. I think if we continue in that aspect, that is one. Two, we need to eschew the habit of collecting money from politicians. It's not good, because when people want to contest for election, they gather the youths, give them money to do their bidding. When they get to the government houses, they do something
Which
different.
underscores our point, really. We're wrapping up right now, and the youth can also be, maybe some largesse can be passed to some people, and you hear some voices on the social media, maybe not even what they want to do, but because of some money coming to their pocket. That's a possibility from what you just said now. Many thanks for your time and contributions on TVC News Hour today, Owolabi Falana. Many thanks.
Thank you.